Hello and welcome to STC Live, Sorare Thursday Club on a Wednesday. I am your host, Ricky, aka the Sorare Mamba, and I am joined as always by Play Sharper Everton expert, duck lover, and the leader of the Otavio El Nasir fan club, Johnny, aka DawNado. How are you this lunchtime, sir?
I'm pretty bad. I've had a bad week of Sorare, bad week of football, almost quit following all football for the rest of my life after this weekend. And thanks for reminding me about Otavio. I'm sure we'll get onto that. But yeah, usually sat here with a pint, but sat here with my cappuccino in my crappy Everton mug today. So
Yes. The perils of fitting in your work lunchtime. I am on the bottle of water instead of the beers.
And rewards were delayed. So, we've sort of changed it for that a little bit as well.
Rewards are delayed, so we're fitting one in a quick lunchtime. So we both did reasonably well this week. So sort of like we needed it to be documented that we actually won something decent for a change.
Agreed.
So yeah, things. Any news? I saw that the news cards are out, aren't they? That's the thing that are coming out. They didn't say when. Just
what, the 3D cards? The 3D cards.
The new European cards, aren't they? Going to be on the market.
Yeah.
Soon. And I think people who I was looking at on Twitter were talking about it, and the gaps seem to be no Championship, Austria, Croatia. So the thought was they might appear today, or like be added today to start tomorrow or whatever. I'm presuming that'll just be the current champ cards. I don't know if the teams that come down, like Leeds, will have the
I don't know.
They'll be straight in with the champ lot. That's included in the license, or
it's a good point actually. I hadn't thought about that because obviously you got they'll have a license for those teams from the Premier League, but whether they need a separate license for them to be in the Championship, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I'm not too bothered about Leeds cards in the Championship, to be honest. So if that doesn't happen, it doesn't really bother me. But
no, exactly. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see whether part of the parachute payments and all that, whether that's part of them dropping down. But I think maybe, a good shout at maybe the old champ clubs, Austria and Croatia.
Oh,
to appear.
Breaking news. The Croatian cards have just gone on the market right now, 1 p.m. Obviously, they've timed it perfectly for our STC Live. So that's a start.
Wow. I am some mythic god. 28 seconds ago, yeah.
There we go. Live updates here on STC News.
Wow. Live updates. First batch of European cards have landed for Challenger Europe. Let's go. Oh, no, it's got Majid Land. Who's that? There's more clubs. Besiktas, is that?
My.
Challenger Europe on the marketplace.
That is exciting. I'm going to have to look at those. I mean, I'm a little bit scared of buying cards at the moment after all the Saudi bollocks I've had to go through in the last month. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Wow. How exciting. Live things are happening. Season. Hang on. Let me get up on stream. 2023-24 cards in Challenger Europe.
Yeah. Let's have a look at them then.
Here we go. Oh my word!
Well, they look very NBA, don't they?
Wow.
What do you make of that? It's a bit interesting. I mean, I kind of like him. I can't really see the pattern on your screen from the screen, but like obviously I can see the overall. Is it like diamonds behind?
It's sort of like a kaleidoscope of twirling.
Interesting. Very modern looking, aren't they?
That is very different to what they've been before, isn't it? Different font and there. I've just seen your tweet. I'm just going to also copy your tweet. Wow.
Were you going to be going in from any of these cards then, do you think? Or what are we saying?
No, they're not really part of your
master plan.
My master plan. No, I want to go up a bit more now. I've got enough limiteds to keep me going.
Yeah. You do like the Austrian League though? Has the Austrian League been announced there as well? It has, hasn't it? Or is it just Croatia?
Austria in here, yeah. That's Austria again.
You're a closet Lask fan, aren't you?
Yeah. So we've got, what teams have we got out here already then? Salzburg are in there, Vienna, the Rosenborg are in there. Croatian League. Yeah, that is a very different design, isn't it? I like it because I have always wanted them to do different designs. I like the badges being a bit more prominent in the corner here. The league, sorry.
The Livingston cards looking a bit more golden as well than yellow.
Yeah, the new rookie card here.
Nice. Okay. I like it.
That is interesting. I like it. I like the departure they've gone for from just playing it safe and having the same cards as always. Let's have a look at Super Rare. Ooh, Super Rare rookie's nice with that tinge of red in the corner.
Yeah, there's a lot more sort of. It feels like the cards are the players' actual bodies are pushed up the card a bit more, and there's a bit more underneath.
Yeah, it's exciting. There we go. Some live breaking news while we started.
There we go.
That's a first for us, being first to the news.
Love it.
Yeah, that's exciting. The only thing I really need is a Super Rare forward. So maybe Croatia and Austria obviously got lots of good cheap options. So that would probably be the only one I'd be immediately looking to pick up. I'm still worried that Championship will drop and Bristol City will appear. So that's always in the back of my mind. But yeah, Marco Gruel is a midfielder now. Interesting. Yeah, I might have a little look through these and try and find a Croatian or an Austrian gold mine Super Rare forward. Hamadism, not looking good, to be honest. That is a negative for the new card design straight off the bat. But yeah, interesting.
It is interesting, and it's good that new cards being produced, whether they look good or not. So, yeah, I'm a fan. And Ricky's disappeared off the live, so that's really good. And he's back again. He's hidden himself instead of his screen because he always does it.
Sorry, I was completely thrown by the exciting breaking news. But yeah, let's get back to it. What I was originally going to do before all those dropped was allow you to have a little vent. I know it was a very disappointing week from you, from a personal point of view. So I'm gonna give you a few minutes to have what I've affectionately called grinding DawNados gears. Go on, mate. I'll pass the floor to you. Why don't you have a little rant for a few minutes, get it all out before we open some prizes and get the happiness level back up. Why don't you have a little grind of your gears?
Well, thank you for allowing me this platform to really vent. Got a lot to vent about this weekend. Like, I've won some prizes. Don't get me wrong. That's great. I did think I was going to win at least 3 or 4 divisions this week. I'm always positive about my teams, but this week in particular, everything was aligning. All the fixtures were looking great for my main players. I was thinking, right, this is it. The time has come. So I'll start from the beginning. So this weekend I was in the middle of nowhere in Pembrokeshire from Friday until Sunday on the first weekend of full Europe, full everything. Everything was going. And genuinely, we didn't have Wi-Fi, a TV, or any 4G in the house at all. So I had to walk up to the top of a hill to find out the football score. So that was, first of all, pretty annoying. Obviously, we had a great holiday, so don't get me wrong. But it was already backs against the wall. Starting off with on the journey down to Pembroke, the LA Derby got called off.
Yeah.
So Dennis Bouanga, Rare, was my captain of my Rare American team, which was all looking very fancy. Like, in hindsight, the other 4 players didn't do too well, so it wouldn't have really affected anything. But still, to have that thrust upon you, an hour after the deadline, maybe 2 hours after the deadline?
Yeah.
There was some slight rumours of it, but genuinely, because I was driving, those rumours didn't reach me until about 9 minutes before the deadline or something, and I was on the motorway, so that was the end of that. So I had Bouanga as my Rare captain. Palacios was in my under-23 limited team, which was looking pretty strong, I thought. It didn't do too well anyway in the end, but so that was a killer. I then had a very good start to my All-Star Rare team, and we'll see this in a minute when we do a weekend review. Very good start to my All-Star Rare team, full of studs. Otavio as my captain, a very nice home fixture against a newly promoted team in Portugal. And then he just decided to leave for Saudi Arabia mid-game week on the day. Like, there has been rumours maybe a month ago, but it passed the deadline at which his price would be 30 mil, and it went up to 50 mil. So it was just like, well, they're not going to pay the 50 mil now. That's that. But, Saudi have remembered they just found an extra 20 mil down the bottom of the sofa. And they thought, fuck it, let's ruin DawNados game week, buy Otavio. Otavio will be out of the team. Great, really great. So I had a little rant about that on Twitter and WhatsApp or whatever. And then, back to real life stuff. Everton then decided to ruin my weekend on Sunday by playing Aston Villa and playing so badly that, I watched the first 20 minutes on my phone. We were 2-0 down. Pickford gave away a penalty, which was debatable. I think, if that was Onana, it probably would have been a free kick to him, I'd imagine. But we were 2-0 down, and then I missed the second half because we went back into the no signal zone. Turned on to see that we'd lost 4-0, and then I've seen the goals since, and they were two horrific errors led to goal by Michael Keane and a mixture of Michael Keane and Ashley Young for the second one. So as far as I'm concerned, Michael Keane, I've given you about 42 chances to not be useless, and this is it now. This is the last straw. Please don't start on the weekend. Thank you very much. Everton are awful. We've lost Iwobi to a hamstring injury. Calvert-Lewin's finally back, and then he smashes his cheekbone, and now he's got a fractured cheekbone. So he's going to be out now. McNeil's still out. And then my Legends Rare team was flying. We'll see in a minute how much it was flying. Absolutely flying. All my 3 Legends got dark green 90 plus, I think. One of my non-legend cards, Arnold Nordin, got 92 away to Leon. I was like, okay, I'm going to win something good here because the prizes are really good in rare legends, aren't they? I think the lowest you can get tier 3 rare. I needed 45 points, I think, from my last player, which was Luan Perez, to get into the prizes, which was likely to happen. They ended up getting a clean sheet. So, and then the day before their game, he had a mystery injury. Mystery injury. After a lot of Googling, turns out he's been bid for by Saudi Arabia. Fucking hell. What? Like, Saudi Arabia literally have a link to my squad on Sorare. They've taken Otavio, Zelarayan, Milinkovic-Savic, 2 forwards, Luan Perez, loads of limited cards. What is going on?
Woosa.
I might actually swap this for a beer, actually.
Yeah.
I'm not going to mention it. We're going to do some prizes. I won 5 prizes. That's great. They could have been a lot better. I had a lot of dark green scores. It's just frustrating. Most of this comes from being an Everton fan, right? It's just being an Everton fan puts you in a bad mood all the time.
Okay, so there we go. That was grinding your gears with DawNado. Another exciting weekend in his life. See, I haven't lost anyone Saudi yet. 400 cards. I haven't lost anyone Saudi. If that makes you feel better. I also don't support Everton, but I did watch Bristol City and Man United at the weekend, and they were equally as dreadful. So.
Yeah, at least I didn't get much chirping from you on the weekend with Everton being so crap and then also United and Bristol City being bad. So it was a bad weekend for the Sorare Thursday Club teams, wasn't it, for sure? But
yes.
Yeah, it would have been nice to at least have a nice couple of really good prizes to make me feel better about Everton, but Saudi Arabia had other ideas.
There you go. Good vent. Get it all out there. I'd like to say you won't have to go through that again this weekend, but you will still support Everton and, some more of your random cards will disappear, so we can look forward to another segment on Tuesday.
I think maybe just make it a regular segment because I whinge at the best of times, even when I'm doing well. So when it goes bad, you're going to get double whinging from me.
Yeah, and then a lot of whinging going on at the moment about these card designs as well. I was looking at some of the first comments. It's safe to say they've not gone too well. Let's hope the 3D aspect of it when it comes in makes them all magical and glorious.
That is exciting. And there's going to be backs as well, isn't there, where you can look up whatever is going to be on there. I don't know, age, shoe size, mother's maiden name, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, CVC number, long card number.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Exciting. We'll reserve judgment, I think, until we see the 3D version.
Yeah.
Segueing from Everton to the rest of the Premiership, should we have a quick run through of the games, see if anything took your fancy? Started with Nottingham Forest, Sheffield United, that wasn't even on TV on Friday.
No, it got moved because of a cricket match on Saturday, apparently. So it got moved. So it was originally supposed to be a 3 p.m. game on Saturday. So when they moved 3 p.m. games, they can't show them on TV, which is completely stupid. But yeah.
Apologies to Forest and Sheffield United fans. Wouldn't be one that I'd be queuing up to watch on television anyway. So, wasn't too bothered. Win for Forest. Sheffield United still yet to get started. Awoniyi, I know I'm bad at saying names, was the one that stood out for me. Was benched, wasn't he, in the first game, but it's been lively ever since.
He's scoring like an unbelievable. He's got like 6 straight games with a goal or something stupid. Like if you include last season as well, he's a weird one. Why aren't they starting him? But I didn't watch the game. Obviously, I had no signal all weekend, and it wasn't on TV anyway. One thing I have seen is Gustavo Hamer's goal on debut. Very, very nice goal. So it turns out he can do it for Sheffield United in the Prem as well as Coventry in the Championship. It was a top corner from outside the box. Got them back in the game, but yeah, iron is limited. So nice to see him doing well still.
Yeah, Aurier with a double, decisive as well, was the obvious score that sticks out there. But yeah, again, tough to rely on these in harder matchups, right? But some promising scores there. Liverpool, Bournemouth. Unfortunately, Liverpool won 3-1 after a bit of a bad start to the game. Diaz was, again, before he went off with what they say is a knock, but yeah, he looked really good again. He looked lively when he joined them. I was really sad United didn't buy him, but yeah, he looked really lively. Again, the one that stood out for me. And shout out Semenyo, ex-Bristol City legend. Scoring right at the start of the game. I think it was after a mistake by Trent, it went down as. So, yeah, big up Semenyo.
Nice goal. It was a nice finish, actually.
Yeah, and Neto, my goalie, with a penalty save, keeping his score alive even after conceding 3. So, yeah, decent scores there for the Liverpool attacking players.
Obviously, McAllister got sent off as well for talking real life, but it's been rescinded since because Liverpool get whatever they want all the time.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Wolves versus Brighton. Brighton continuing that really strong start to the season. Matoma looks like a genuine wizard on the football pitch, just runs straight through people.
Matoma, he's there. He's at the background, the fridge magnet. He's a beast. Like he's been doing it for Kawasaki Frontale. He was very good last year, and that goal he scored against Wolves was spectacular, I thought.
Neto was fantastic, being backed up by Hamadism here.
Yeah.
Good to see.
Good to see. But Brighton, I mean, it was one of my hot takes last week that they would genuinely challenge top 4, I think, this year. And like, they're looking good, right? Their manager's good. Like, are they top of the league at the moment? I think they are, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're flying.
So many good assets from a Sorare point of view, aren't they? Solly March somehow continues to just be ridiculous, even after most people not knowing who he was before last season.
Yeah.
Anthony Sau has that rookie card from last year. It's always looking really dangerous. Whereas on Matoma is fantastic, just shreds defenses to pieces. Estupinan is a crazy attacking fullback in there. Gross historically has done well on Sorare as well. So, yeah, the options are ridiculous there. And personally, Adam Webster, ex-Bristol City legend, I got his 1 of 100, so it's good to see him get back and get starting place back as well. But yeah, Brighton, really exciting team to own, I think, would be a really cool stack.
Nice to see Nunez get sent off for Wolves the week before we play them, so he's not playing this weekend. So that's good because we need all the help we can get.
Yeah, De Zerbi showing that it wasn't all Graham Potter. And arguably he's improved the team since Potter left as well.
Agreed.
Even after selling their best players like Casido, who gave one of the worst debuts I've ever seen for Chelsea. Just went around hacking people, giving away penalties, giving the ball away. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he'll come on for it, but yeah, it looked awful. Fulham 0, Brentford 3. Wouldn't have put that in my Pookie predictor. Visa and Mbeumo continue to be really good, continuing to be annoyed that Ivan Toney gambled just after I sold my Visa Super Rare. Yeah, very good performance from Brentford.
I really thought they'd struggle. I mean, put them as one of my favourites to be in a relegation battle. They've started. It just proves that maybe they weren't so reliant on Tony after all. They did well against Spurs, didn't they? First game.
Yeah.
And a pretty easy win in the end. I thought Fulham would do better than that personally. Bernd Leno turning obviously into normal Bernd Leno after being Oliver Kahn last weekend against Everton. So.
Yeah, but I was just about to say I predicted him to be the best price for point goalkeeper in the Prem this season on our hot takes, and promptly followed it up with the 28. Tim Ream being anything but Ream in the middle there with a red card, casino penalty, absolute soft as shit as well. There was never a penalty or a red card. And no idea what some of the refs have been on at the start of this season.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. And the absolute slayer of Everton, Bobby de Cordova-Reid, getting a start to reward himself.
It's like every single game has an ex-Bristol City legend in at the moment. It's like
Bristol City legends all over the place. Unfortunately, we then move on to Spurs, Man United.
Yeah.
Bad day at the office again, United. Not much you can really say apart from there was a nailed-on penalty they didn't get given, which is probably the rest balancing out the Onana one. So, back to level playing for the season now. Mount's obviously got an injury now and out to after the international break after not looking too good anyway.
Oh, wow. Missed that. What's it? Is it a bad one, is it? Or...
Yeah, he's got playing shititis, which he's going to need a few weeks to recover from.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Papi Sarr looking like prime Paul Pogba in midfield for Tottenham as well, I thought. And them both in midfield there looking great.
Vicario looking good in goal as well.
Yeah, good keeper.
Couldn't say I'd ever seen him play football before Tottenham signed him. But yeah, he's looking really good considering pretty cheap deal, what they were going to pay for Raya or something else. So yeah, he's looked good. Sarr obviously looked good. Richarlison's flattering to deceive again up front. I banked on him as my Champ Europe rare striker before Kane left, and he's just not producing yet. Hopefully he comes on.
Yeah.
But decent performance. Amen to that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree.
Big Ange just looked good as a manager so far. Rated him at Celtic and San Marino, wasn't he? So yeah. Bad day at the office for United. They need to figure out that midfield, and they need Højlund to get on the pitch so they can stop playing Marcus Rashford as number 9, because he needs to get back on that left wing. He's looked shadow of himself through the middle. Move on to the Saturday night game, which was Man City Newcastle, settled by 1 goal by Alvarez, but Man City looked pretty comfortable, I thought.
Wonder goal as well. Bloody good goal.
Yeah, pretty comfortable, although they didn't finish Newcastle off. Poor scores there throughout the Newcastle team, but, away to Man City, I wouldn't be reading too much into anything they do or anything any team does away to Man City. So, yeah, Akanji looking really good in that Stones role, moving into the middle. Really like player doing that role for Man City. He's just going to bump their AA straight up. And Foden looking great in his KDB replacement status.
I kind of, from an England standpoint, I kind of hope Foden's unbelievably good, isn't he? Like we've known he's good for a couple of years. He sort of had a weird off season last year, didn't he? For City, he didn't really play a huge amount. Was kind of playing out of position a little bit. But yeah, from an England standpoint, I hope he has a decent season. Obviously, I just saw Man City didn't make a single sub again. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Pep went full Pep and just didn't bother.
Yeah, complained about the Super Cup and all of that. Rotation, player injuries, doesn't make a single sub.
Interesting.
We'll move on. Villa Everton.
Unbelievable. What do you even say? What do you say? Error led to goal. 2 errors led to goal for Keane. Error led to goal Ashley Young. Penalty given away from Pickford, which I thought was harsh. Iwobi injured. Calvert-Lewin injured. I mean, it's an absolute shit show of crap, isn't it? Like, it's bad in real life. It's bad in Sorare. It's just bad. It's just plain bad. Villa just had a lovely little easy, chilled walkover 4-0 win the weekend before playing Europe. Anyway, we don't need to talk about it. I thought Bailey and Diaby looked good. Diaby didn't score, but Pickford made an absolute worldly save from Diaby, I thought, earlier in the game. But I don't know. I know you hate Pickford, and I know you flipping love to wind me up. But did you think it was a penalty?
Yes, nailed on penalty.
Oh yeah, of course you'll say that.
Yeah. He did make one good save, but he did get the much fabled goalkeeper 0. Villa, after getting spanked in week 1, had that much needed absolute DOS match to get them back on track. Everton defensively were absolutely shocking.
Awful.
Awful. League 2 standards. The only highlight I would really put up is Dan Juma came on when Calvert-Lewin's face got broken.
Dan Juma looked good. Dobbin, I thought, did well when he came on as well. I've got them both down to start on my Play Sharper this weekend. If you're interested, and I've put Branthwaite to start over Michael Keane, so we'll see how that goes. But it was just a bad day at the office to go with the many bad days at the office we've had the last few seasons. I've just seen that Watford have had their new cards released on Sorare. And the unique Watford cards look absolutely bloody pearly beautiful. I'm telling you that now.
All right, hang on. I'm heading to the market. Let me load up next game on screen because the Everton one was too much fun. We'll move on to West Ham Chelsea. Give us some talk through on that while I watched a bit of the game. West Ham are quite clinical. I think Chelsea dominated. Didn't dominate, but they actually played pretty well in the game, I thought, Chelsea. Just couldn't really put the ball in there. And then West Ham capitalised when they had their few chances they did have. Aguerd scored early doors. Ward-Prowse, I think, got 2 assists on his debut, just proving that I do think he was an absolute bargain at 30 mil or 35 mil, whatever they paid for him. Interesting one. It's Chelsea do look a lot better than last season, but aren't getting the sort of results to represent that, I don't think, personally. But I don't know. Did you watch the game? I did watch the game. Chelsea just didn't look like a cohesive unit again. They started well, though. Sterling had a really, really good first half. They couldn't
missed the penalty, didn't they? They missed the penalty to go 2-1 up, I think, just before half-time. Enzo Fernandez missed pen. Which also, how is that not in a negative decisive still after 3 years of Sorare?
Yeah.
It's just wrong, isn't it?
What's it go as? Big chance missed. Penalty.
-5.
I guess -10 for it. I guess.
That's just not enough, is it?
Yeah. And really good goal by Antonio. West Ham sort of weathered the first half and then, counter-punched Chelsea, and Chelsea just looked a bit limp-dicked again. 17 points for the Brighton backup goalie they signed. I've seen they're signing New England's goalie, aren't they? Jordi Pedro. Yeah, coming in to compete.
Come in straight as number 1, do you reckon? Or
no? Big step up MLS too.
Yeah, it is, to be fair. Is he the number 1 internationally? Is he Serbia, right? Is he Serbia?
Yes, I think so. I don't know if he plays for Serbia. Right, let's rattle through these last 2 games because we're going long already. We haven't even got to the main things we usually do. Arsenal, Crystal Palace. Watched this on telly and I thought Unfortunately, Arsenal controlled the game pretty well, I thought. They controlled it pretty well, and then they went down to 10 men for 2 of the softest yellow cards I've ever seen. Havertz had the throw-in for about 30 seconds, chucked it to Tomiyasu, and he got booked after about 7 seconds. And then the second one, he barely even touched him, didn't do anything, fell over, got booked.
It was weird, wasn't it? That wasn't a shirt pull. I mean, it's just general, just like...
It wasn't barely anything. It was barely even a touch.
That ref, that Coots guy, is an awful referee. He looks like a flipping kitten in the headlights. Just doesn't know what's going on. Like, he's looking around like, do I need to book him? What's going on? What do the fans reckon? He just hasn't got a bloody clue. So, I do feel a little bit for Tomiyasu there. He's an honest guy, and he's just been absolutely done over there. But they still held on. But yeah, we'll see.
It wasn't ideal. But Arsenal controlled the game even after that pretty well, I thought, which is sad to see from.
And they should have been more than 1 up in the first half, shouldn't they? And Nketiah missed them.
Saliba with 100. Rice looked really good to the eye, not so much in a Sorare score.
Yeah,
Saliba would be the one that interests me from that game. And Palace did have some lively players. They just couldn't get anything together. I think, they really need Elise back in there as well. So that was the roundup of the Prem games. I've just pulled up these new cards as well. Should we have a look at Watford and Norwich are the ones that are out?
Imagine if they announced Bristol City mid.
Don't. This stream would be over, and I'd have to go to bots and start getting my cards sold. But this is what they look like.
Oh, Georgie Chakvedadze, what a boy! Look at him, glorious man.
Georgian legend Chakvedadze in the house. Rares and super rares. Ryan Porteous.
Oh, so they haven't got uniques on the market there. I definitely saw uniques on the tweet.
Yeah, maybe they just haven't dropped them yet.
Yeah, they looked flipping nice though. That weird sort of purpley one that they've seemed to produce now.
The purple's on these rare rookies now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of criticism about how these look on Twitter, but again, most people like to criticise.
Yeah,
I think they look all right.
People don't like change in general, really. I think they look fine. They're not like spectacular. I'm just waiting for like the 3D cards to come out. I think they'll be cool. But
yeah, there's the serial number. The serial number's in here. I couldn't see that.
Oh yeah,
1 of 100. That Gabriel Sara should be going for a mint because he's
insane.
Arbla. Right, let's go through our weekly roundups. We're already half an hour in, and we haven't even got to our prizes yet. So I'll jump into mine.
Yeah, let's go. And I'll load up your player valuations on my new Sorare Data Star membership.
Star, you've moved, have you?
Well, they sent me an email saying that they're getting rid of the Pro membership, so you've been put to Star. So I don't know what's going on there. But
I did like it after 24 weeks of waiting. You finally got a Pro membership, and then they instantly disregarded the Pro membership. Like, well done, Johnny.
And I haven't used it once since I got it.
It's so disgusting that there's an Everton fan in the Pro membership that we're going to get rid of it. Anyway, I had a reasonably good weekend for a change, mainly at limited level. My second division Europe team, I've gone for some second division teams this year. It's one of the things I focused on. I wanted to get back into second division, back into under 23. Did win some in under 23 last week. This week it was second division coming to the front. Had a little Elche double up. I got a goal even though they lost. Monfray over in France, a very respectable score for me here with a 39.5 AA, which is an absolute monster score. Kylian Kaboué is one of my favourite players. I picked up last year, got 2 assists.
The best Kylian on the game, I reckon.
Best Kylian on the game. And then absolute cheat code that is Gabriel Sara putting up nearly 110 points. Incredible as the captain, put me into the tier 1, 400 coins. We were 13 off of 0, so would have probably needed like a goalkeeper to size.
So rare bomb time.
Yes, unfortunately, I can't do those during my work lunches, so that will be a Thursday. I will owe the So Rare bomb. We'll be there on Thursday.
We won't let you forget. We won't let you forget that on Thursday. Don't you worry.
We followed up with the second division rare, pulled in a tier 4, just under a tier 3. My new goalie that I bought for the season, coming up trumps, getting an 81. I was trying to buy his super rare as well. Unfortunately, his auction ended about 12 hours after he put in an 81. So it bumped the price a bit out of my league. Ex-Everton legend, John Joe Kenny.
What a boy.
Very respectable 20 AA and a 54 and a 3-0 loss.
Yeah, that's good.
Gabriel Sara is another captain doing absolute bits. My new signing, Cisse. Signed as like a dual second division and under 23 option. Did well. And unfortunately, as I was, 32 points off of tier 2, 5 off of tier 3, Machino was let down. His team scored 4, but he didn't, and he played the 90, but he didn't manage to get a decisive, which pushed me into a really big prize. But that was okay. I can't complain. At least I got a rare award. Champion America Limited. First time my San Jose stack, San Jose #1 collector 2022-23, coming to the forefront. We had a 1-0 win away to Vancouver, which I wasn't optimistic. Going to Vancouver is not usually an easy fixture for players in the MLS, but we had an assist from my Bobisi, a goal from Espinosa, clearance off the line by Rodriguez with a massive AA, and then, the great clean sheet with a 28 AA from Daniela in goal. 7 saves, 6 outside the box, doing bits. So the San Jose stack, Bumbao coming through with a tier 2. We like that. Under 23 Limited did its bit, unlike its rare counterpart. Finished with Pedri. Golden Boy, Pedri cards coming through as captain, did really well with a goal. Finally starting to look good for Barcelona. My new signing, Dan Rotz, who I then bought in rare as well, coming through with an assist. Alphonso Davies started the game week with 2 assists in a rout by Bayern. Pandor and Gazabejic just propping up the team. So tier 2 there. We like that one. Legends Challenge is probably one of my favourite competitions. Unfortunately, we got a hurricane and a dislocated shoulder that no one told anyone about. So the Legends were left high and dry. And we were only 25 points off because my best goalie decided to have a crap week in a team with Messi. A little bit of money from Academy. Shelled out 5 Legends in Academy team to get myself a $5 reward. We always like that. Cap 240 Super Rare, once again, was a complete no-show. I cannot get this right. Striker had a dislocated shoulder that told no one about. So, yeah, that cost me there. Cap 240 Limited. At least we're consistently hitting this now. Just a solid 280 to get me the $5. Cap 240 Rare. Once again, no ability to hit those red and blue East. It's really, really beginning to grind my gears. I need to move on from just consistently hitting the yellow ones. So we'll focus on those 2 this weekend. I will just be going for the blue and the red, giving them the most attention, and then moving on to the rest of the teams. But yeah, that lasted a few minutes this week because I actually won some prizes. So let's switch over and see what I've got. I've had a look at the prize pool in tier 1, and it was mainly goalkeepers, which, will at least hopefully give me a bit of value. So we'll open up the blue band of sex and open some rewards.
All right, let's see. Let's see it. And the coins, obviously, as well, the most important bit.
Yeah, I was going to get to that last week of the great coin collecting game between me and you, 10 weekends. Whoever has the least amount of coins after 10 weeks does a giveaway. I don't think it's going to be me, but we'll see. I'm going to start with tier 1. I want to start straight in at the good stuff. 2nd Division Europe.
What are we hoping for then? What are we hoping for?
The top ones are goalies, I think. If I have a quick look at the prize pool for tier 1s, yeah, you're looking at Pacheco, the goalie, Larson. I think Mendy's a goalie, right? Never heard of this guy. Ben Wilson's a goalie. Luzer's a good player. Zidane, a goalie. Huth's a goalie. So
Bazio's a goalie.
Yeah,
probably a goalie then. Probably a defender from Korea.
Yeah. So we're looking at goalie. Let's open it up, see what we get. Tier 1.
Ooh.
Spanish goalkeeper.
Yeah. He's a goat. He plays for Santander, is that? No, BCF. Jose
Caro.
I will look him up for you right away. He plays for Burgos CF.
Red or Dead 69. Welcome to the party. Better late than never.
Here we go then. Here's my Sorare Data membership. So he plays for Burgos, and don't know if they're any good. He's got some nice little historical green scores there. He's looking tasty, mate. He's looking very tasty. Wow. That is incredible for a goalkeeper.
Unfortunately, it doesn't look like that starting this season has replicated that, though, has it?
No. Those for the same team. He's played for Burgos the whole time.
Yeah.
It looks like Burgos have just had a slightly bad start to the season, but wow, that's he's looking pretty good. Also, why does it still show these want more insights? I'm a flipping star member now.
Oh, you have to take it up with lead.
Yeah, I have to. So yeah, he's worth 20 quid, roughly 21 quid.
Okay. Hamadism went for Wilson. We did miss him. We have just sold him, so that would have been sad. Bouncy, he's the best goalkeeper in the game. I mean, That's what we like to hear. I have to be honest, considering I'm a 2nd division player, I've never heard of Jose Caro or Burgos before I just opened that, which is a very bad thing to say live on stream. But yeah, he does have very good historical scores.
Hey, you are a member of the Burgos Burger Club, so maybe Burgos are your new team.
Sorare Burger Club, big up forever. Well, he's young as well in terms of a goalkeeper. So, yeah, monetary wise, it's not the best price you're going to get, but I do run second division teams, so that should be very helpful.
Very tasty first prize there, and I look forward to seeing your Sorare bomb to celebrate on Thursday.
Yes, Sorare bomb on Thursday for anyone that watches that video. Let's go for the other second division player now. Rare tier 4, Spanish again. Ooh, not a defender.
It's Oviedo. Oviedo, baby. Right, VT.
Oviedo. Oh.
Okay, so VT doesn't exist apparently. Oviedo. Real Oviedo. I'm gonna have to go via the team here. He's their top SO5 average on. According to my Sorare data membership, VT Posada is the top guy for them, and he's won that as a tier 4, so that seems pretty decent if you ask me. He's worth 30 quid, so he's actually worth more than your tier 1 goalkeeper limited. Few decent scores, not great though. Might be worth a little cheeky sell. I don't know.
Could be. I'll have a look. Might be a midfield backup option for my teams in Div 2, but we'll see. Good weekend for Red or Dead 69 as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So we now have a pair of tier 2s. This is an under 23 tier 2.
Oh, this will be nice, I reckon. I got a feeling.
England.
Leighton Clarkson.
My first thought is I think he's good.
My first thought is he looks like he's about 12. Born in 2001, which apparently is what you need to be 21 now, which makes me feel freaking ancient. Oh, God, I thought that was a rare you won then. It was worth 200 quid. And I was like, happy days. Okay, he's worth £21 as well. So same as your limited tier 1 goalkeeper.
Wow, yeah.
He's looking all right, you know. Look at that. He's got a nice few dark green scores to end last season. Hasn't started this season too well. Has started every game. Obviously, they've had Celtic twice. Hang on a minute. No, they've had Celtic last week, and they had Celtic at the end of last season. So his scores have been affected by playing the best team a little bit there. But yeah, very tasty. Look at that AA. That is nice.
Yeah, finished.
Wow, he's good, mate. That's a very nice little prize.
At Liverpool Academy.
Okay, bouncy. That's a good bit of insights there.
Just got bought out. Oh yeah, that's the one they picked up permanently.
Yeah, he does look like a Scouse actually. So yeah, that makes sense.
He's got to be a Scouse. That's a nice prize. Finished last season, some really nice scores, and is a decent value if I decided I didn't want him anyway. I don't really have much Scottish Prem, but I do use under 23. But I've got quite a lot of decent under 23 midfielders, so he might be a sale option. Let's open the last one then. This is American tier 2.
San Jose, Poland. Oh, is it Swiderski? It's got to be Swiderski. That's nice. He's getting heavily linked with going to Champion Europe, isn't he?
Swiderski.
We all know Tweedle. That's a solid win. He's only worth £6 at the moment, which is probably to do with his links away from America, I'd imagine.
I mean, he has the ability to be a good scorer, right? I remember Swiss Mafia tipped him up for the MLS season as his big shout.
I think that's a good prize, and I think that's quite a buy low at the moment for me. £6. I think he's gonna, even if he does go to Europe, I think that's pretty good value. He's still young.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it depends where he goes. If he stays, he's obviously a pretty good scorer. Charlotte has been, but from a tier 2 perspective, I probably would be looking for more than £6.
Yeah, he does look like an unborn fetus as well, which is a bit weird. But
yeah, he's really biting on his lip there, isn't he?
Yeah,
but he does score well, but monetary wise, probably the most disappointing of those rewards. On balance, though, I'm reasonably happy with the goalie and Clarkson. And then let's get the all-important coins so I can add them to my total while you go through your lineups and rewards. So for the final week of our challenge, week 10, I have banged in 4,100.
Oh, that's a lot.
Coins. Yeah, I'll just put mine up, and I can. I'll show you before you get to yours.
What do I need?
So, all right, I'll show you where we stand before you go through your results. So I'm on 22,910 is my final score. So you somehow need to drop in,
6,000.
Nearly 6,000 coins.
Okay. Well, it's not looking ideal. Okay.
Right, show us your teams, and then we can go through your rewards.
Okay, so congratulations on your wins there, Rick. I think you'd be pretty happy with those cards, to be honest with you. Okay.
Hang on. Wellington Boys Season 6 with Johnny prizes. Beat the Boys Season 6 will be as soon as they release the new Premier League cards. So we can all do a full draft. We're going to start with a Premier League, Beat the Boys, or maybe one of the other leagues, whatever but it'll be European, and we wanted the new cards so we can all do a proper draft.
There's a severe lack of the new signings on the common cards, isn't there?
As soon as new season's out, we'll do new season cards are out. We'll do a new season, and Johnny will do a giveaway for presumably losing the coin contest, and we'll put that on our Twitter. The details.
I know what you're on about, mate. Okay, so I've obviously already mentioned it on my weekly gripe, but I had a lot of dark green scores this week. Aidan Morris, Franz Beckenbauer is my rare legends. Araki, Philip Max, Kara Matoma, David Neres, like all of these are rare and limited cards pretty much. Was absolutely, look at all these dark greens, cooking on flipping gas this weekend. So could have been, could have been so much better, but wasn't. Obviously got some prizes, so I don't want to moan too much. Apologies to everybody who thinks I'm a moany little biatch, but
you are a moany little biatch.
You
are a moany little biatch.
Yeah,
so
I completely am. Okay, so let's start with Champion Asia Rare. These three played first, was absolutely flying on 300, almost 300. Kenzo Matsumoto had a clean sheet until the 86th minute and lost it, so that would have been really nice if we hold it. And Hatanaka, who is one of the GOATs of Asia, went off injured. That could have been a lot better, but I'll take a tier 4. He
got his place back for all of us, and then got injured.
Probably got injured. I am at the top of tier 4 for that, so hopefully it won't be too bad a card. This is my Legend Challenge Pro team that I've mentioned. 350 by 4 players, and I just needed 55. I basically could have started about 9 different defenders or any position and got a good prize there, but started Luan Perez because I'm an idiot. So, missed out on a prize there. Academy, one of my highest ever scores, obviously 4 legends in the team. 430 points, getting me a little bit of ETH, which is always nice, a little bit of bonus $5. Cap 240 Rare did well, picked up the ETH threshold and a tier 4. Once again, could have been better. I had 310 with Dodo left to play, and he started on the bench randomly, despite the fact he was 90% to start the game. He did come on at least, so that sort of kept me up in the tier 4 prizes. But after Matoma, Benzabaini, and Marcus Jr. both did incredible, all 3 of them did incredible. Like Marcus Jr. only came on for the last sort of half an hour of the game and got a goal and assist on debut for Hiroshima. So because he's moved clubs, I don't know if you've seen, but got a prize, so I'm happy. But it could have been better. Managed to pick up a tier 5 in Cap 220 Rare. Bernardoni did pretty well again on his second game. Araki did really well, got clearance off the line, I think that is. Jochen Mele did well on debut, got 62 for Wolfsburg. Dania did okay. Raul Moro, unfortunately, didn't do particularly well. So I was close to a better prize there, but always take a prize in Cap 220 because it's a bit of a tough division. Another one of my gripes, they decided to rest Maxime Chanot this weekend after the League's Cup. They started their new signing at centre-back. They went on to lose the game. My Columbus Crew boys absolutely nailed it. Got me to 350 points, but just so frustrating. I could have started a lot of defenders there and went for Chanot. Bit annoyed, but still won a tier 5. Another one of my gripes, Arnie Meyer decided to just not be in the squad. Don't know why.
Old Arnie, ex-Herbalin legend.
Ex-Herbalin legend. He was due to play. Maybe it's just something, I don't know, maybe Saudi Arabia. Probably Saudi Arabia have come in and decided to turn his head. But yeah, I was only 50 points away from winning a card in one of the pro things, which was actually quite close. Philip Max got 95 as my captain, which helped with that. Challenger Europe Pro, don't know why I kept that in. All-Star Limited did pretty well. Giovanni Di Lorenzo, who's one of my prizes from last year, did really good on the first game of the season. 2 assists. Rodrigo was pretty solid as always. Galeno got 75 for Porto. Unfortunately, Pedro hasn't started the season too well. Hasn't had any decisives yet. But did okay, 58. And Florian Kastenmeier was doing really well and then didn't keep his clean sheet and what they end up losing. So still managed to pick up a tier 3. So hopefully that'll be good. Kept this in just so I can reiterate how annoying it was that LA got called off. However, my other 4 players did rubbish anyway. So
I've got to think of Hurricanes nowadays as well as,
I kept this in because I thought it genuinely might have stood a chance of getting a prize, and I got 160. And I just think it's funny when you get 5 starters get 160 points is very impressive, I think. I don't know why I thought they'd do well. 3 Everton players in it. Manuel Ryman did awful. He lost 5-0. So yeah, that's an absolute shit show. All-Star Rare. This is where I had the lovely Otavio Rare as my captain. The first, basically first 2 games, Biragi got 70 as my new defender I bought in. Rafa did really well, got 84. Barkas had a clean sheet until late. So at one point I was on like 250 with Otavio captain and Ryan Gould with a decent fixture to come. It ended up Ryan Gould didn't do too well, and then Otavio went to Saudi, so it didn't end up costing me too much, but pretty annoying. Don't know why I kept that one in. Here's my lovely Everton stack, which did so well for me last season. Nice little 0 from Pickford. I actually had a couple of 0s from playing keepers this weekend, including the Udinese keeper. Who else? I had another keeper got a 0. So yeah, really lovely to see.
Should be on the Sorare Mega 0 game.
Yeah. Also, I'm also not sure I'm going to be able to do an Everton limited stack this weekend because all 4 of our limited strikers are either injured or have left the team. The only one left is Neil Mopé. And
it's probably a saving grace, mate. It'll probably save you from wasting a lineup. Because
yeah, maybe. But it did well for me last season. And, I sort of stick by him. But yeah, really, really bad. Challenger Europe. Don't know why I kept that in. Didn't do anything. Champion Europe also didn't do anything. Nicholas Best, for some reason, didn't play. Nice to see Immobile scoring. This was my team ruined by Diego Palacios game getting called off, but actually didn't do well anyway. Cap 270 team, didn't win anything. But yeah, a lot of dark green, as previously stated. But yeah, let's get on to the prizes.
Yeah.
8 prizes. Hoping for something nice. I'm top of it. They're low prizes, low tiers, but I'm at the top of a lot of them. So I'm hoping for something good-ish. The blue band of sexy Saudi Arabian cards. Let's see what we've got.
Would you be a doll and open the coins first?
Yeah, let's go coins. I mean, we all know I've lost the coin off. I had a bad couple of weeks in the middle of the 10-week period.
I think it was the week where they did the special, right? And I got 1,000 coins on you, or 500 coins on you. It really.
I was really happy with 3,700. That might be the most coins I've ever won in a weekend, but still didn't beat your overpowered, super rare, charged teams. So yeah, a good effort, but valiantly lost.
Right, let's open some prizes, see what you got.
Okay, let's just do the bit of ETH first. There's the Academy ETH, which is always nice to win, and then the Rare ETH, which...
Yeah, the weird Academy cheat code ETH, where I put in my spare legends and get $5.
So yeah, Rare ETH, so always nice to win that. Right, let's start with the Tier 5 Limited, because it's probably going to be worth 50p. USA, Defender, Quakes, Tanner Beeson. Come on then, Mr. Flipping 2023 collector. What's what we saying about him?
Tanner Beeson, yeah, isn't someone I'd be too excited about. He's worth 80 pence.
Nice.
And he has had a run in the team as of late. He's played the last 5 in a row and has shown some decent scores, decent AA after being benched for a bit after a mistake. But he does have the ability to put up some decent scores. He's had an all right portion of this season. So, yeah, he's an all right card to use. He's just worth 80p. Okay. I mean, I don't think San Jose centre-backs are a sexy thing to hold, are they?
No, unless you're you, of course, in which case they're very sexy. Okay, right. Let's go for the Tier 3 Limited. Let's get the Limiteds done.
Big up the Earthquakes.
Portugal, defender, Hadjuk Split. Ferro, okay, I've heard of him. I think he's pretty good, actually. He's from Benfica. I don't know if you want to give me a bit of info on him. I think he's good. And Hadjuk Split is a nice team to have a player from because they're a pretty good team in Croatia.
£2.86. DMP'd the last game, subbed the game before that. Game before that got 44 AA.
So what you're telling me is crap.
Yeah, he looks like bench. A lot of the time he's on the bench. Yeah, wouldn't be particularly enthralled by that. I'd rather be playing Tanner Beeson, San Jose Earthquake legend.
Okay, so my initial positivity is unfounded. Okay, Tier 5 rare. Okay. Not defenders. Please no more defenders. Thank you. Turkey, defender.
Defenders.
Necip Özil.
Necip Özil.
So he's 31, looks older. Besiktas are obviously a good team to have a player from, but don't know if he starts. Don't know if he even placed them, and they've released new cards now, so he's going to lose his bonus anyway because the season started. But yeah,
worth about tenner.
That's just bad.
Sub last game, half decent AA before, sub, half decent AA here, sub. Yeah, I don't like it.
Great. Also, whilst we're talking about Turkey, Sander van der Streek has joined Antalyaspor, if you haven't seen.
I did see it pop up. Yeah, that it was available this weekend. Good use for the super rare.
I know you have a super rare. I was limited, so I did see that pop up. But anyway, on to the next one. Come on, Tier 4, save the day. Which one should I go for first? Let's go Champion Asia rare, because that's likely to be crap. Just Korean not
Korean defender.
Oh, okay, that's something. Jeju. Oh no, Gwangju. Lee Sun Min. Almost a 0 match. Oh, so close.
Oh, so close. Lee Sun Min is worth £13.
So bad.
Occasionally does bits.
Something in the last game, I see.
Decisive off the bench.
0. Oh, that'll be because they didn't get their AA scored. Yeah. Not great. And also not great to get a player from Korea that doesn't get any AA. So pretty annoyed with that.
Yeah, you can't basically use if they have a Friday game.
Yeah.
Has got some peaky scores, but yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of spinny wheel prizes as my rewards here.
At least you've propped up your giveaway fodder.
Yeah. One of these might be given away as part of the coin thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Tier 4 Air Cap 240. This is going to be the saving grace. I can feel it coming.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna guess it's going to be a MLS forward.
Okay, I'm going to go for a J League defender.
Okay. Romanian forward.
Oh.
Standard Liège, Dennis Dragus. Under 23 as well.
Dennis Dragus. Last sale, £26.
Okay, well, that's slightly better, isn't it? 26, 39, 49. I'm looking around £50 total in cards here, plus the £40 in ETH. So, not the end of the world, but...
Yeah.
Just move clubs. I think he has, hasn't he? So he's new to the Standard Liège. So that actually could be okay.
Yeah. Genoa last season, started this season with a sub. Got to start with a goal and then a pretty poor start last game. So, yeah. Need him to kick on for his new club. It looks like he is in the team for them. So
I always like to win cards that have gone from a Champion Europe to Challenge Europe because I feel like they could be a lot better in a crapper league. So hopefully he can get it done. I don't know if he maybe starts from Romania as well. Don't know. Could be a bit of international utility there.
He's got no Romania on. Oh, he has 2022 September. He was in the squad, made a 10-minute sub appearance in one game.
So he's about.
Maybe potential, yeah. He looks like a squad filler for Romania, but kick on with his new season. Right. Now yours are done. I can officially announce the incredible coin collecting game after 10 weekends of weekend game action sees Sorare Mamba take the title by a click under 2,000 coins. A big final week. Victory for the Mamba.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Don't like to congratulate you where I can, but yeah, you overpowered me with your whale tendencies, and I just couldn't keep up.
And that means there will be a giveaway via DawNado coming to you soon. I don't have to give away a card, so that's very nice. We've clicked over the hour mark, so rather than me wallow in the sweet scent of my victory, we will just have a quick look at what we've got going on in the midweek, which I imagine is not a lot. And then we'll get out of here and let you all get back to your days. I'm trying to grab some ETH in Cap 240 rare. The defender is very unlikely to start or maybe even play. And Krapau is obviously not back in the sticks. I would say McCarthy's a slight favourite to get the nod again. But at some point, Krapau will be in there. Decent enough start. I need 120 points from the three. So a Boubacar masterclass and then maybe a sub appearance by Okamoto or Krep starting. You know, my record of getting ETH at the moment is probably unlikely to happen. Cheers to Cavallone to get sent off. That was happening there anyway. The Korean lack of AA being added on means that's not going to do anything. Cap 270 limited. Classy's unlikely to play. And Christensen's unlikely to make his debut, I think. So, yeah, not a lot going on. I had the best rated goalie on pick scores for the weekend, for the game week, and he got 33. So, yeah, we'll need some form of miracle to get anything there. Just aiming for ETH. All-Star Limited. Olsen's obviously a very good player. We're going for the Racing triple up. And Bergstaller has a very hard game at Fiorentina to get a goal. So, not expecting anything there. And Cap 220 Limited drafted in Kevin Trapp just to give us, you know, a chance. Prato's unlikely to play. So I'm expecting nothing. Absolute nothing. If I can scrape some ETH from somewhere, I'll be more than happy. But it's unlikely to happen. So let's show yours to finish off the stream.
Okay, yep. So, yeah, much like you, I haven't got a huge amount going on this midweek. Got a slight chance with my Cap 220 team. Got a little Eintracht Frankfurt stack here with Philip Max and Kevin Trapp. Maicon played 90 minutes and did F all last night, so that's not good. Des has got an assist yesterday, so that's something. Sasha Horvath should hopefully start, so there's a slight chance there of picking something up. Cap 220, I went for what I thought was a reasonably strong-ish 4 rares with a non-playing goalkeeper. Obviously, both these two have done rubbish, so that's not going to happen. Midar Rashik has finally got his move to Turkey in the last week. He, after being pretty sure to join Galatasaray, they decided to sign about 78 different midfielders instead of him. So he went to Besiktas in the end, which isn't too bad. Cap 270, that's nothing. All-Star Rare. David Ospina, it's a bit of interesting news. David Ospina is my goalkeeper that went to Saudi last year. He finally had a fixture this midweek because of the Asian Champions League. Did a bit of research into him, and Saudi Arabia have decided he's the one player in the world they don't actually want, so they've released him. So he might actually work out because I think
that's a good thing going forward.
It might get a move to, you know, I can see him go back to Colombia or some random South American team. So he's actually still only 34, remarkably. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Watch the space. Cap 240 Limited, I went for a 4-man effort. Jody Shooten, I thought would start, didn't start. So that's already backs against the wall there. This is my team that has a chance-ish, I think. Obviously, we've talked about Krep. Unsure if he'll play. I think he's 50-50 with Play Sharper, but Twitter seems to think that Krep might potentially leave LA at the end of this year, and he might not even get back into the team. I don't know if you saw that news, but yeah, if he plays, great. If he doesn't, he was 0 on the cap anyway. So those 4 players are actually quite high-powered players, like cap-wise. Baragi is a very good player. Irvin Kveki, I think, will start in Europe and has been scoring really well, even off the bench in the league at the moment. Buanga, obviously the positive of LA's game getting called off is they had a random midweek game, which is this midweek. So at least get to use him this midweek in my 4-man hunt. And then Bojan Majowski should start for Aberdeen in a reasonably good fixture against BK Hacken. Don't know who BK Hacken are, but hopefully he'll do well. And then, yeah, I've got an all-star limited team as well because USG's game managed to get confirmed to be being scored this week. So Morris, Daniel Munoz, Irfan Kveki again, Sven Midtjyllands, and Antonio Nusa. I'm hoping this is Antonio Nusa's year now, finally. He's started the season well. He's had a few big scores. They've got a tough-ish game away at Osasuna. But yeah, we've got maybe 2, potentially 3 teams that stand a small chance, but most of the games are tomorrow.
I do like those old school rookie cards. They're
yeah, that's nice, isn't it?
Right. If you're still with us, could you please like and subscribe and all that vibe? We would really appreciate it. But apart from that, I believe we are done. Sailed over the hour mark. I think we need to get back to work.
I think we do. And this was supposed to be a nice little sort of half an hour pod, and it's sort of developed into an hour, isn't it, by the time we finish everything? But yeah, all good.
Yeah, right. We will be back tomorrow, Thursday, which will probably be put on YouTube on Friday for the flagship show with, hopefully, Swiss Mafia, wherever he's been for the last ever. Hopefully he might be back to join us. But yeah, we'll be back. More content, more exciting card design chat, and Everton deflation. Until that point, please like and subscribe. We love you all. Big up Sarah Thursday Club.
Up the Toffees.
Viva la Thursday Club.